streets filled with happy people. Take me to a land where the poor and all the rich ones, with their smiling faces and the lonely and alone. Take me to that peaceful place that I call home. Oh no.
That takes me back. That was Blessid Union of Souls. Always been a good friend of Good Morning Cincinnati. And the band is celebrating a big anniversary, and they're doing it with an interesting kind of throwback. And joining me now via Zoom is lead singer, Cincinnati native, Elliott Sloan. Elliott, it is just great to see your smiling face. I don't think I've ever seen you without a smile. That sort of thing. So, we have talked extensively about how the pandemic has affected entertainers and artists and that sort of thing.
Sure.
But you have been busy over the past year or so working on something that's kind of an homage to the band. Talk about your latest project.
The latest project is this right here, Home 25. It is a vinyl album that we released at the beginning of the year. So we're really excited about that. I mean, you and I just talked briefly about the nostalgia of vinyl. I loved it. I loved it very much, man. Part of the fun was actually putting the album together and then all the liner notes on the inside that you don't really get to do a lot anymore, right?
Right. But like I told you, I love liner notes, especially for you got some songs included here that so many of us are so familiar with. And to be able to read the words and get a little insight about the songs themselves, that's really special for your your hardcore fans, but it's going to be something for your newer fans as well.
I hope so, because like when I grew up listening to music, I wanted to know the ins and outs of, my favorite bands and why songs were put together. So I wrote a lot of it within the liner notes. There's a little bit of a story about how the song came together. And plus, I've been doing some videos on our YouTube channel and on Facebook, kind of talking about it. Some of the stuff I've talked about are not all in here, so because I'm just kind of free forming when I'm talking. So I may mention some things on the video that's not listed here. But it's really exciting.
Yeah. Now, the people who are fans of the band know that the title of your first album was Home. So in that sense, it's not going to be exactly the same, though, right? It's not going to be a replay of all those songs, right?
Correct. There's a lot of the songs that are on the Home album that are on this record, but they're live versions of the song, which I think is even more cool. And plus, there's a lot of B-sides that never made the record. Songs like There's No Way and Blue Moons, Who's to Blame. There's a lot of different songs that came from that era, because we wrote like 32 songs for the first album and only 11 of them made the cut. So we still had those masters, and I was like, let's put them on the vinyl album and make it something special, especially during last year, which was totally chaotic for everybody. So we thought putting out some Blessid Union of Souls music that a lot of people hadn't heard might be a good shot in the arm, pardon the pun.
Yeah, when you go back and you listen to those songs that were 25, 30 years ago,
wow, yeah.
It must
don't remind me.
It must really kind of touch you inside, though. I mean, you hear them with new ears.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it takes me back to that summer of 92 and 93 when we were working on the album. And it was just such a magical time. Jeff, myself, Emoja, Tony, CP, Eddie. I mean, just putting those songs together in the studio down at Longworth Hall. And my manager, Mark, who I still work with today, and our engineer, Jerry Lane. All of us just hammering down and putting these songs together. It was just it was really magical. That feeling of just being in the zone of knowing that like a lot of the stuff that we're writing is actually going to come out on a record that people are going to hear. That's a musician's dream.
All right, Ellie, we only got a couple of seconds left. Tell people where they can get Home 25.
They can get it on our website, blessidunionofsouls.com. Don't forget to spell blessed with an I, Blessid, unionofsouls.com or .net.
Oh, yeah, we know that. We know that. All right, Ellie.
A lot of people still don't, but thank you, John. I appreciate it.
All right, Ellie, it's so good to see you. And we're going to leave people a little bit more of your music. We're going to play Oh, Virginia.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah, man. Let's kick it Southern style right here. Come on. Oh, Virginia. Yeah. So here's my chance to say